But seriously, on behalf of the National Board of Directors of the American Hiking Society, and of course myself and my staff, and really everybody, we want to do it. This is the first and maybe the only time we do a Lifetime Trailblazer Award for our dear friend, my dear friend, Steve Elkinton, and we really are giving you the this group, you have to go fight Senator Klobuchar for it, because she has the other one. So Steve, if you wouldn't mind, Sharon, we'll turn it over.
You want to read this so that
I don't know, I don't have my glasses on. Oh no, okay, no, I've got it. All right, 2014 Lifetime Trailblazer Award, Steve Elkinton. Thanks for your enduring vision and leadership. We all can experience America by trail. Yeah, that actually is your.
I know this is
That's what was yours.
America by trail.
Yeah.
Well, this is overwhelming. I turned in my cards this afternoon at 4:30, so I'm not a Park Service employee anymore, so I can't be here honoring my agency, although I'll be a lifetime alum for it. There are just so many people in this room I would love to honor, because I obviously didn't do this myself. And the two words that have come to me this week that describe the role I've played is, one is pollinator, where I've just been lucky to be the bee among a lot of great flowers, and all of you have been pollinating the trails of America, and I've just been able to help make that happen, maybe a little faster. And the other is catalyst, in those weird chemical reactions we study in high school we don't really understand, but some agent is there in the middle that puts two things or three things together, and it turns into a beautiful crystal. It turns into something amazing that we can't really understand. That's a role I found myself in, and it's really through your perception of what I have to say, or a few remarks I might make. You've taken those ideas and recreated the world. And I have the privilege of looking back and seeing that this has been catalytic. What I find really fitting that I stand here with you, honored by the American Hiking Society especially, is that my job wouldn't exist if it weren't for the American Hiking Society, and much of where we are today wouldn't exist, except for Butch Henley, who I want to pay special tribute to. She has not died, but she is totally in dementia right now, and so she's not the Butch we all knew. Last I knew, she's still living out in Haymarket, Virginia. But Butch and dear old Louise Marshall, who is now passed away, from Seattle, who was the mother of all trails in the Northwest in those days, and had just retired from being president of the American Hiking Society, went to the Senate Appropriation Committee in August of 1987, it was about, and said the Park Service has a lead role in the National Trail System. You need to put a line item in to make that happen. And a little line item was added called National Trail System Development. And it's varied in amount over the years, but that's what's paid my salary for 25 years. And I'm grateful for that piece of genius, because it spurred the Park Service to begin to take these trails seriously. Before that, it was the Appalachian Trail. And we had the Oregon Trail and the Santa Fe Trail, but nobody paid much attention to those with that national program. And with me being paid full-time, a few years afterwards I met with my Forest Service friends, and they still say this to a degree. They said, you darn Park Service people, you have the luxury of working full-time on these trails. I don't consider it a luxury, I consider it a necessity. So one of my goals, I don't have any goals anymore because I'm not a federal employee. You guys can make this happen. By the end of, what, are we in a decade here? By the end, in the next 5 years, make sure that every single BLM and Forest Service administrator of a trail is in the line of authority and can make decisions. Because right now, all of our Park Service people are superintendents or their analog as trail managers, and none of the BLM and Forest Service people are. And those trails are a disadvantage. And make sure they not only have one person in those trail offices, but 4 or 5, because you need some help doing this work. You need to travel. And see if you can get rid of the travel ban, travel ceiling, so people can get back to visit with their partners. So there's so many things. God, it's so Tom Gilbert. I see him back there hiding. There's so many mentors in this room who've made my work possible. Tom is coming from Madison, Wisconsin just for this couple of days. Jonathan and Deb are standing there weeping. Don't weep for me, please. The Watsons, I don't know if they're still here, but Bill and Jean Watson are, you know, they were in this work well before I came along. They have been trusted friends all these years. They've given my family tours of Carson Pass, California, Nevada, wherever it is. just wonderful, wonderful people in this work. We're a little too homogenous. We need some more ethnic diversity. We need some more age diversity, but I know we're all working on that, so I'm not worried about it. So I plan to see all of you for the trails. All of you have asked me tonight, so I'm just going to say this once. That is, what are you going to do when you retire? I have a new sweetheart. Those of you coming to the party tomorrow night will meet her. So I'm moving to Philadelphia in a couple of weeks to be with her, or be near her. Actually, we're going to do a lot of traveling. I'm going to introduce her to all of you as we travel around the country. And we have a bunch of trips planned, for sure, Florida, New Orleans, California, some other places in the next couple of months. Both of you know my daughters are adopted from Korea, and the older one is in Korea right now teaching English. So I have a trip to Korea in June to visit her. But after that, things quiet down. After she gets married in October. So I pledged not to, and I think there's an ethics thing here, though they were kind of light on the ethics rules as I left under my name.
They know you want to
But I don't want to be a decision maker in any of your organizations for the next 2 years. But I haven't been a decision maker anyway in most of my career. So. What I would like to be, and I have a card for those of you who want my forwarding address and everything, I would like to be helpful to all of you. So use my card, call me, or send an email if there's a question about something that happened in the past, or some advice that you need that I might be able to provide you. The advice is free, so it's worth what you're paying. But if there's some way I can help each of your efforts grow this trail system, grow the hike, and it's not just the national trail system in capital letters, that's important.
Trails.
It's the national system of trails, which is a much bigger challenge. Let me know. As several people tonight were saying, once this gets in your blood, it doesn't go away. Certainly Tom Gilbert knows this. So my motto is trails are for life, and I enjoy having all of you in the lifeboat. It's been great.